What's up, all you beautiful people? Oh my god, it's 6 a.m., right? It's 78 degrees with 96% humidity. It's so hot out, man. Like, you can feel the air. It's so thick. You literally can feel this thickness of air. It's still freaking hot. And I was wondering why it was so hot. And then as soon as I opened the front door of my house, it felt like somebody actually on the heat. And you know how sometimes when you open up your oven after you're cooking something, like when you're getting out like your chicken or whatever's in the oven, that's exactly what it felt like. If you don't know what humidity feels like actual humid heat feels like, you will never understand how the heat feels right now where I'm living. So for all you people out there who are like, I want to come to Florida, I love the Florida weather. Well, you probably don't love the weather right now because you're never coming to Florida when it's this hot and humid. You're only coming here during the winter time. That person should have their door shut. Baby girl, you should be keeping your door shut. But it is what it is, guys. I literally been sitting at this light for, oh, there it goes. I was about to say, I've been literally sitting at this light for like, yeah, see? I barely even get through the stoplight and it already turned red. What kind of crap is that? I barely even got out of my turn and that light turned red. That light always does that. I'm just saying, just remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's not just about that 3-day weekend where you're hanging out and having barbecues and partying, because you know a lot of people do not pay respect to the servicemen and women that end up going to Iraq, end up going to Afghanistan, to go to Syria, to go to North Korea, and they fight and they come back with PTSD and they come back with maybe half a leg or whatnot. One of my buddies has PTSD because he was over in Iraq, and I was talking to him a while ago, and he's like, "Yeah, they gave me marijuana to take for this PTSD because I have flashbacks, and sometimes I just randomly cry for no reason." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, it's crazy. You be sitting there just driving down the road, and you just like have flashbacks, you start crying." Because I watched this documentary on YouTube, and this guy was from Canada, and he's like his buddy died from a DUI. Let me cut in for myself. It's an IED. I can't even think of what it's called right now, but his friend blew up, and he said basically he had 24 hours to grieve, basically 24 hours to comprehend what happened, that his buddy died. And then he was like, hey, toughen up, you gotta go right back out there, and start fighting. And as a human or any animal on this planet, you need more than 24 hours to comprehend that your buddy got blown up. My uncle was in Vietnam. Told me was that he was about to go on leave to Australia with his best friend, and they came under fire, and they were in the back of a like utility vehicle. I guess that's what we call, you know, the ones that have like a canopy on top, and it's kind of like a pickup truck, and it holds a lot of soldiers in it. So basically, he jumped out like on the left side, and his buddy jumped out on the right. But when his buddy jumped out on the right side, there was landmines, and next thing he knew, all he hears is the explosion, and his best friend died. And that could have been easily my uncle, and that could have been easily a situation where I would never have met my uncle. And for me, that is a real sad situation, because just probably 10, 15, 20 minutes earlier, they were talking about, hey, we're going to be going to Australia on our leave. We're going to be having a great time. We're going to be picking up some chicks. We're going to be hanging out, having some beers, and just shooting the shit. And then 20 minutes later, he's basically picking his friend up off the ground, like he blew up. That's one main reason why I don't think I would ever want to be a soldier, because of that situation. I don't want to put my life on the line. I don't want to ever. I would never want to go and be like, well, I might not be coming home. I would never want to do that. But I respect everybody. It's not all about just the barbecues and the beer and hanging out at the beach. It's really about the soldiers. So this is where, when I was editing the video, the audio got messed up and corrupt. So I was just saying, I was here in the main streets of Jacksonville Beach, walking around, checking out the nightlife, because it is Memorial Day weekend, and this is where everybody likes to come and party, because there's bars on bars on bars. And around here is the main street where people drive their cars, and they drive them slow because they want to show off their rides. It could be motorcycles, it could be cars, it could be, you name it. They're showing off their cars, and most dudes do it to holler at the hot women that are coming around. But it sucks that the audio was corrupt. But coming up here is a badass Honda S2000. That's sick. And that's why you see all the bikes out, because people rent bikes while you're on the beach. And I was saying up here that I guess maybe I'm a little too old, because I feel at 33 years old I'm too old to come to the bars and hang out, because I used to do that in college, just go to the bars week in and week out. And that's what my college life was. You go to school, then on the weekends you just party. And that dumb-ass situation is coming up right here, because you can clearly see this car looks like he's backing into a parking spot. At first I thought, okay, he's leaving the parking lot. Then I stopped the car, and I'm like, okay, he's pulling into the parking lot, into the restaurant, and I was going to proceed forward. Okay, as you can see, I'm itching forward, getting ready to pull into my parking spot. And then I'm like, wait, what the hell is he doing? Because he just stops. And he has no headlights on either, so he pulls out, and look how close he gets to almost hitting me. I literally have to put it in reverse, and he tells me to go fuck off because he almost hits me and he blames on me.